Welcome to final BSc Statistics students. In today's class, we discuss in paper 6, in unit 5, lesson 6, the derivation of reliability function. The derivation of reliability function, for which I explained the concept. To derive a reliability function, we have to consider two particular states, state 0 and state 1. I am considering in this fashion. Let it be this is state 0. Let it be this is state 1. State 0 indicates the item is survived. The component will not fail. That is, component is in good condition. Component means an item. An item is in good condition. That is state 0. It is still working. The working condition of item is good. It is working. It is survived. That is called state 0. Component is not failed. Component is not failed. State 1, the component is failed. Component fails in that particular state. That is in a particular time period, some particular time period. In some particular time period it fails. That's what we are specifying as state 1. We are specifying as state 1. When you say a particular component is in state 1, which means it fails. The working condition was not good. It is failed. That is regarding state 0 and state 1. State 0 is component is good. It is in good condition. It is not fail. Component will not fail. And state 1, which refers the component is failed. The item is failed. So which means the working condition was finished. The working condition is not good. It ends working. So that is the state 1. That is state 1. Refers state 1. Now we are considering the hazard function z of t. We have learned in the previous lessons. Z of t is nothing but hazard function. That is failure rate, hazard rate, the failure rate, which leads here at the time period t. This leads in the derivation of the reliability function, in the calculation of reliability function. Many number of times I specified that to calculate reliability, it is required to calculate failure rate. That is called hazard rate. If you know the hazard rate, which obviously gives it can help us to calculate the reliability, how reliable a component is, how reliable a particular production is, right? So therefore, I am considering z of t. It is nothing but a reliability, a hazard rate or failure rate at the time period t. I am also considering some particular time interval delta t, time period delta t. For example, a particular component survives at that particular time period t. If it fails at the another particular time period, that gap, for suppose that particular gap is called delta t. For example, it is fails or it may survive another particular time period, the nearest time period after time period t. After time period t, if you have considered another time period delta t, usually delta t refers a very small value, delta t tends to 0. For example, a particular item, electrical fan or electrical bulb, or a particular system, that is a laptop or device or whatever it is, a phone, etc., mobile. We have considered one particular item. It works for 1 year and then it suddenly fails after 1 year. That is, in a particular day it was failed, 1 day or 2 days it was failed. So that particular time period is going to be considered as delta t. It is very small as compared to the 1 year. For example, a particular item works for 3-4 years, 4 years, or 4 years, 5 months, and after that in a particular fraction of time it was failed. That is called delta t, the fraction of time after the time period t. It was survived after the time period t and then in some particular time period it was failed. That is the reason why we are specifying that is delta t. Hope you understand. I hope you are following, right? So delta t is that, like that. Just you remember in that fashion. So that now I am clearly specifying here. Say a component fails, a component survived in a particular state t, state 0, in a particular state 0, at the time period t, for example, I consider a component is survived, that is will not fail in a particular time period t in the state 0. Survived means it is at state 0. It indicates state 0. Now, after a particular time period t, it was failed in a particular time period delta t, which means it reaches state 1 and it fails, component fails. So, with the probability, if you consider in terms of probability of a component is safe or it is survived, it will not fail at the state 0 in the time period t, and it was failed in another time period, let it be delta t, before reaching another particular time period, that is called delta t, and it was failed, that is it reaches state 1. So for that the rate of probability is going to be calculated with the help of that is probability of failure of an item. Probability of a failure of an item in the time period delta t, after reaching the time period t, after surviving the time period t, will not fail in the time period t, which is initially at the state 0. After time period t it was survived, after that it was failed in a particular time period delta t, that is it reaches state 1, then the probability is z of t multiplied by delta t as well. The time period also it is going to be considered. So probability of failure of an item will fail or a component will fail. A component will fail in the time period delta t. It is going to be considered as z of t into delta t. So probability of survival, that is a component will not fail in the time period t, will not fail in the time period t to delta t. After reached t, that is in state 0, it is at state 0 and then it is not survived at state 1 is z of t into delta t, that is probability. Probability of a component is survived up to the time period t and also survived in the time period delta t, that is called that is going to be calculated by simple complementary probability of 1 minus this. Hope you understand. Are you able to follow this? So it is at state 0, which means survived up to the time period t, and then it is not survived, then the probability is this. It reached state 1, it failed in the time period delta t. It was not failed in the time period delta t, then it is going to be calculated. It is come to state 0, and then I am writing here itself 1 minus z of t into delta t. So this is the probability of a component is survived in the time period t as well as it survived. It will not fail in the time period delta t as well. For which I am considering two particular probabilities. This is regarding the some particular state 0 and state 1. To identify state 0 and state 1, this is the information. And z of t and delta t and t delta t z of t z of t delta t, state 0 state 1. These are the terms, some particular ideology behind calculation of the reliability function. If you know this, you can proceed further. That is, now we are calculating in the calculation of reliability function. I consider two particular probabilities. One P naught t, another one P1 t. What is P naught t? 0 indicates state 0 or not 0, and here 1 indicates state 1. T indicates the time period, here also T indicates the time period. P naught t, what is meant by P naught t? Probability of a particular item will not fail in the time period t. Simply, now we are not stating any particular state. State indicates here 0. Here state indicates 1, which means this is nothing but probability of an item will fail. An item will fail in the time period t. In the time period t. So this is the probability of a particular component will fail. This is probability of a component will not fail. So these are the two particular terminology I am considering. So of course to derive this it is enough, right? Okay. Now we follow. I am considering, if this is P naught t, then I am considering P naught of t plus delta t. P naught of t plus delta t. What is this? A component. Here it depends on two particular events. It has two events. What are those? What are the two events? One, the component has to survive, will not fail, has to survive in the time period t, as well as after reaching the time period t, which means at state 0, it continued to be at state 0 again for some more time period delta t. Hope you, if you catch this particular point of two particular events, events are going to take place here. Took place here. One, probability of a particular component in the sense of event. A component will not fail in the time period t, that which means survived in the time period t. It is also supposed to continue to work in another time period delta t. That is, will not fail in the time period delta t as well. Before reaching to a particular time period delta t, it is also survived. The component is also survived. Component will not fail. So, it crosses the time period t, it works and it crosses, and then to reach another particular delta t, time period delta t, it also survives. The component again survives. So, which means if you recollect one particular derivation we did in this particular reliability, same particular derivation is going to be continued here. So which means I am considering P naught of t. This is first probability of A. Two events I am considering, A and B. This is a complementary, that's compound probability, which means probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Okay. So now I have calculated, I have written probability of A, P naught of t for first event up to t, survival up to t, that is will not fail, probability of a component will not fail in the time period t, which is at stage 0. Stage 0 means will not fail. Stage 0 indicates survival. Item survived. Item still working. Right? So and then another time period we know the probability that it is going to be failed. We have considered that z of t into delta t. It is the time period, that is in the time period delta t, probability of a particular item is going to be failed. Why? Z of t is a failure rate, hazard rate. So therefore it is probability, it is nothing but failure rate is nothing but a particular probability of failure of a particular item. So therefore z of t into delta t is probability of failure of an item in the period delta t. That is after t. Remember, it is after t. It is after time period t. So therefore survival. Here we have to calculate again survival in the time period t to delta t plus delta t, or we can consider that is in this particular time period t plus delta t. This should survive. That is after t plus delta t. That is in a particular another particular time period delta t, which is nothing but to calculate 1 minus survival. This is failure rate, failure probability, probability of failure of an item. This is 1 minus is nothing but survival. That is still working, will not fail the probability. So it is nothing but it is 1 minus z of t into delta t. Hope you understand. Clear? This is what picture. I repeat again. P naught of t plus delta t is nothing but P naught of t. It is for one event, that is survival after the time period t. Probability of a component will not fail in the time period t. And again, now we have to calculate probability of the component is continue to work and it will not fail in the time period delta t as well. After the time period t. Two particular events. After this happening of this event is also going to be happen. That is probability of happening this particular event and then probability of happening the other event depends on this. So that is what it is required to calculate. Multiplication of two particular probabilities, two events of two probabilities. Probability of two events. Multiplication of probability of two events. Probability of A into probability of B given A are said dependent events, right? So now you multiply this remaining is a simple derivation. Remaining is a simple derivation. So you multiply here P naught of t minus P naught of t multiplied by z of t into delta t. Okay, this is P naught of t plus delta t. I am calculating, which implies probability of t plus t naught t plus delta t minus P naught of t is equivalent to be minus P naught of t into z of t into delta t. So I have taken this particular P naught of t left hand side, okay, into left hand side, so that I am dividing with delta t first, dividing with delta t. So this particular term, hope you understand this. Up to here it is okay. Is it okay? Right? So P naught of t plus delta t minus P naught of t is equal to minus P naught of t into z of t into delta t. This particular term. Now I am dividing with delta t, so that divided by delta t, I am taking limits as delta t tends to 0, so that divided by delta t, so we get cancelled. Okay? And if you take limits as delta t tends to 0, that is limits as delta t tends to 0. Here there is no delta t, which means no delta t, so therefore this term will remain as it is. Okay, limit delta t tends to 0, minus of P naught t to z of t is same, minus P naught of t into z of t, that's all, right? So therefore what is this? This is the differentiation, that is d by dt of P naught of t. It is nothing but minus P naught of t z of t. I write here again, right? So this is what one kind of derivation we got. So this is nothing but d by, I repeat the same step, I write the same step again clearly, is equivalent to be minus P naught of t z of t, right? So it is d by dt of P naught t is equal to minus P naught of t into z of t. Now I take this particular P naught of t left hand side. Hope it is clear. I hope it is clear, right? So therefore this is which implies 1 by P naught of t multiplied by d by dt of P naught of t is equivalent to be minus z of t, right? And then what is this? This is nothing but d by dt of log P naught of t, which is equivalent to be, this is minus z of t. This is the equation we got at the end. Now, to convert this, I am doing integration. Just or else you solve by differential equation, you will get it. Or else I am taking integration on both sides. Integration on both sides. What do you get? If you integrate on both sides with respect to t, then this is log of P naught of t is equivalent to be, so it is integral, for example, is some 0 to t z of t minus plus some constant z of t dt plus some constant. Is it right? So integral, I am considering the limits in between the limits of 0 to t, because z of t which takes the value from 0 to t. The initial time period is 0 and the maximum value is t. Okay? So therefore I consider 0 to t. So minus integral 0 to t z of t dt plus a constant I ordered, right? So this is what the integration part. So if we consider this, now you have to calculate P naught of t, not log. So to remove log, I am considering e power. So what you will get? E power log P naught is, it's P naught t is equivalent to be e power, I write e power minus integral 0 to t, okay, I write 0 here, like z of t dt, okay, e power multiplied by e power c, e power a plus b, e power a multiplied by e power b, what is that? C, right? E power, some a plus b is equal to e power a into e power b. So e power a, that is minus integral 0 to t z of t dt and e power c. Let you consider a constant. Let you consider it's a constant, so that it is a into integral e power integral minus integral 0 to t z of t dt. Okay, what is this P naught of t? Clear? So let you consider equation 1. You have to, this a where a is an arbitrary constant. Now you have to remove the arbitrary constant here, calculate the constant and substitute the value. Okay? It is very easy rather than that. So here it is. Hope you are able to follow this. I have considered logarithm, this particular equation we got, and then I have considered e power log is nothing but x. E power log x is x. So P naught of t is equal to e power minus integral 0 to t z of t dt multiplied by e power c. So e power c is a constant I have considered as a, another constant, arbitrary constant a. So a into e power in minus integral 0 to t z of t dt. Leave the equation and substitute the values here. So for example at 0, at t is equal to 0, then what you have? P naught of 0. You substitute this P naught of 0. What is P naught of 0? What is the meaning? You have to collect the meaning. That is, compare the meaning, get the meaning. What is the meaning of P naught of 0? P naught of 0 at t is equal to 0. 0 means initial time period. This 0 is state 0. That is the reason why we have specified clearly state 0 and state 1. To know this value, to identify this value, this is nothing but a probability. But how to calculate a probability? P naught, this indicates state 0. At state 0, probability of at state 0, a particular component at state 0, which means will not fail. State 0 means probability of a component will not fail at the time period 0. Time period 0 means the working condition of a particular component was not started, was not taken place. It was not started at all. It was not started. So therefore, now you see, now you coming back, you come back. Probability of a component will not survive, will not fail. That is, component will survive. Probability of a component will not survive, will not fail. Component will not fail at the beginning of the test. 0 means time period t is equal to 0 means at the beginning of the test, at the starting time period. స్టార్టింగ్ టైం పీరియడ్లో వర్క్ చేయకుండా ఉంటుంది, వర్క్ ఫెయిల్ అయిపోతుందా ఏ పర్టికులర్ ఐటమ్ అయినా, ఏ ఐటమ్ అయినా స్టార్టింగ్ టైం పీరియడ్ ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు వర్కింగ్ కండిషన్, ఆ కండిషన్లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ఎప్పుడు సర్వే అవుతూనే ఉంటుంది, సర్వే అవుతుంది అది, మనం ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు కండిషన్, వర్కింగ్ కండిషన్ at t is equal to 0. So hope you understand, right? So therefore the probability is always 1. Probability of a particular component will not fail. Obviously, it never fails. Therefore, will not fail probability at the time period t is equal to 0 is 1. Okay. Now come to the right hand side part. Calculate the right hand side part. Is equivalent to b a multiplied by e power integral 0 to 0 t is equal to 0. Substitute 0 on the right hand side part, 0, integral 0 to 0. Upper limit and lower limit are same, so integrand becomes 0. E power 0, it's 1. So a multiplied by 1, it is equal to be a. So therefore a is equal to 1. Therefore a is equal to 1. Do you understand? So I have considered p naught of 0. At t is equal to 0, I have considered this particular term and I am calculating these two terms, LHS and RHS of equation 1. From equation 1, if you substitute p naught of 0, p naught of 0 is nothing but probability of a component will not fail, that is state 0, will not fail at the time period 0, that is at the beginning of the test, at initial time period, starting time period. It is always probability is equal to 1. And don't collect probability of t is equal to 0 is equal to 0 in the previous derivation. That's not the case here. Here, state 0 will not fail. Probability of a component will not fail. That means survived. At initial time period, probability of a component will survive at initial time period is always 1. Always a particular component will survive at initial time period. Definitely, sure, almost sure. That is called probability is 1. Certain, sure. So and therefore it is 1. And a into, now I am substituting t is equal to 0 on the right hand side part. A into e power minus integral 0 to 0. T is equal to 0. 0. Upper and lower limits are same. Therefore integrand becomes 0. So this is 0. E power 0 is 1. So a into 1. Therefore it is equal to a. Therefore a is equal to 1. Now substitute the value here. And so that therefore P naught of t is equivalent to b, P naught of t is equivalent to b, a is 1. Therefore e power minus integral 0 to t z of t dt. This is the value of P naught of t. What is P naught of t? Probability of a component or an item will not fail in the time period t, for which the equation is e power minus integral 0 to t z of t dt. What is reliability? What is reliability? Reliability means a component will survive in a particular time period t. What is this? Probability of a component will not fail, which means survive. That is the reason why I am specifying everywhere. Will not survive, will not fail means survive. I am specifying that probability of a component will not fail, which means the probability of a component will survive. It survives. So therefore, this is nothing but reliability. This is nothing but reliability. So it is a reliability, it is a function of reliability. It is a function of reliability, right? Reliability function is nothing but r of t is equal to, now we can also specify that r of t is nothing but it is p naught of t, it is nothing but e power minus integral 0 to t. I am converting in terms of some z of x d of dx, right? To change the one variable, both x and t are same here. We can use here t and here x, no problem exactly. But it is a function of, for example, you consider it a function of x and the integration depends on 0 to time period t. So x, if you consider x is a random variable, that is random variable here in the sense that the number of hours worked, number of hours or number of days, number of years survives a particular function. Z of x is hazard rate. Z of x is hazard rate, failure rate. If you integrate failure rate and substitute the values in 0 and t, and so that if you integrate and you calculate e power, you will get the p naught of t, that is r of t. Reliability. So it is called function of reliability. So what is the function of reliability? It is nothing but e power minus integral 0 to t z of x dx. This is the reliability function. Do you understand? Thank you.